Today we're diving into the 1977 movie Martin, a unique take on the vampire genre directed by Romero. This film stands out for its blend of horror and drama, telling the story of a young man who believes he's a vampire. It's a movie that has it all: moments that will make you laugh, scenes that will shock you, and parts that might just make you sad. As we explore Martin, I want to know which actor from the classic Hollywood era really caught your attention in this movie. For me, it was John Amplas, who played Martin with such depth and nuance. And when it comes to the qualities that make Martin a lasting piece of cinema, it's the way the movie challenges the traditional vampire story. It doesn't rely on the usual tropes. Instead, it presents a character struggling with his own nature in a very human way. Now, I'm curious about your connection to Martin. What's your most memorable moment or personal story related to this movie? Share your experiences in the comments below. We're eager to hear what this film means to you. The movie Martin premiered in 1977. It tells the story of a young man named Martin who believes he is an 84-year-old vampire. Unlike typical vampires, Martin does not have fangs and does not turn into a bat. Instead, he uses drugs to sedate his victims and then cuts them with a razor to drink their blood. The setting is a decaying industrial town in Pennsylvania where Martin lives with his elderly cousin who is convinced that Martin is an actual vampire. The cousin hopes to save Martin's soul and destroy him before he claims more victims. The film explores themes of family isolation and the struggle between belief and reality. It won the Saturn Award for Best Horror Film in 1978. In the process of bringing this film to audiences, the director faced challenges with the Motion Picture Association of America. A particular scene involving a graphic act with a razor blade was deemed too lengthy and risked an X rating. To comply, the director cut the scene down by a few seconds. On set, realism and effects led to an unexpected reaction when a family member mistook the artificial blood for real, causing distress over the actor's well-being. Additionally, the film became a family affair with the inclusion of the director's relatives, who appeared as characters, adding a personal touch to the production. One played a shopper, while another took on the role of a priest in a pivotal scene. These behind-the-scenes anecdotes offer a glimpse into the practical aspects of filmmaking and the personal connections that can intertwine with a project. In the heart of Braddock, Pennsylvania, a town just outside Pittsburgh, the everyday life and local scenery became the backdrop for a unique film. The streets and homes of Braddock were not just settings, but also played a role in the narrative, with residents stepping in front of the camera as extras. Even the town's police officers were not merely acting. They were the actual law enforcement involved in the film's intense shootout sequence. For the opening scenes, the illusion of a moving train was created inside stationary train cars. The crew's ingenuity shown as grips wave lights outside the windows to simulate motion, a task so engrossing that they would sometimes continue long after the director called cut, lost in the rhythm of their task. Romero, the creative force behind the film, once stood as a page boy on the set of the classic North by Northwest at the young age of 19. His experience there left him with a lasting impression of filmmaking as a mechanical process, devoid of passion, a stark contrast to his own directorial approach. In a twist of fate, Romero's passing came just one day apart from Martin Landau, an actor from the very film that once shaped Romero's early views on cinema. In the extended cut of the film, which runs for 160 minutes, viewers would find additional layers to the narrative, including a deeper exploration of the protagonist's interactions and the vampire mythology. Notably, there is a scene that captures a revealing conversation between the lead character and another individual in a restroom, providing insight into his psyche. Furthermore, the film delves into the vampire traditions through expanded dialogue from a key character, enriching the story's context. Another significant addition is a workplace exchange between the lead and Arthur, offering a glimpse into their relationship dynamics. The film also features a cameo from its producer, Richard P. Rubenstein, who appears as the spouse of a woman having an affair. This brief role adds a layer of connection between the production team and the on-screen story. A curious detail about the film is the renaming of Lincoln Maazel's character to Cuda. This change was prompted by a practical reason. The storefront used in the film already had the Cuda Co. painted on its exterior, which was then integrated into the character's identity, seamlessly blending the film's setting with its narrative elements. In a unique turn of events, the production team chose a church in Braddock that had been ravaged by fire as the setting for Cuda's church, adding a layer of authenticity to the scenes. On set, John Amplas, who played the lead role, showcased the lighter side by requesting a small television to enjoy episodes of Three's Company during his makeup sessions. Tom Savini, known for his special makeup effects, took on multiple roles, not only creating the visual effects but also performing stunts. His versatility is evident in a particular scene where he is the street person who gets struck and tumbles over a car. This film holds a special place in the director's heart, often cited as his favorite. The lead actor, John Amplas, would later reunite with the director for another project, portraying Dr. Fisher in Day of the Dead. Initially, the script depicted the main character as an older vampire, but the director was so impressed by Amplas' stage performance that he revised the character to be younger and more naive, reshaping the film's perspective. In a unique blend of personal and cinematic history, the residence depicted as Cuda's home in the film was not a set, but the actual house of the sound engineer Tony Buba. The authenticity extended to the family photo album and religious artifacts, which were genuine belongings of the Buba family, adding a layer of realism to the story. Despite initial plans for a voiceover narration by the main character, this element was removed, allowing the film's visual storytelling to stand on its own. The dialogue intended for the narration still exists in written form within the novelization of the film. George Romero, the director, had a deep appreciation for the 1951 film The Tales of Hoffmann, admiring its artistic qualities and thematic elements. His passion for the film was so strong that he would rent a 16 mem copy for personal viewing, sharing this interest with fellow filmmaker Martin Scorsese, though the two never realized their mutual admiration for the piece. The influence of George Romero's work extended beyond the screen, inspiring other forms of art, such as the British pop duo Soft Cell's song Martin, which was a nod to the film. Despite facing significant financial challenges, Romero, with the support of producer Richard P. Rubinstein, chose to honor his commitments rather than declare bankruptcy. This decision led to their collaboration on the film, marking the beginning of a partnership that would later yield substantial success with Dawn of the Dead. Romero often expressed a special fondness for this film, considering it a true reflection of his vision and a pivotal point that reinvigorated his passion for filmmaking, subsequently leading to his most acclaimed and financially successful project. In the creative process of this film, director George Romero faced a significant decision regarding its visual presentation. His initial vision was to have the film entirely in black and white, aiming for a classic and timeless aesthetic. However, the producers were concerned about the commercial viability of such a choice. They believed that a black and white film might not appeal to the wider audience of the time who were accustomed to color productions. To balance artistic intent with commercial considerations, it was ultimately decided that the film would be predominantly in color, with only select scenes in black and white to achieve a specific artistic effect. This compromise allowed the film to retain elements of Romero's original vision while adapting to the expectations of the film industry and its audience. In the process of creating this unique film, the director faced a significant challenge. The lead actor suffered a severe allergic reaction to the makeup used for the character's transformation scenes. Despite the discomfort and potential risks, the actor continued with the filming, showcasing a dedication to the craft that went beyond personal well-being. This incident not only delayed the production, but also added an unforeseen layer of authenticity to the portrayal of the character's struggle. The dedication on set was mirrored by the film's reception, as it became a topic of discussion for its unconventional approach to the vampire genre, blending psychological insight with horror elements in a way that was ahead of its time.